Mom, what's on her face? Sorry, can you just focus on what you want to eat? Pizza. Face. Kids. You can't beat the pure and potent dose of honesty that sometimes comes out of their mouth. And I would know. I was a kid. And boy, did I make my life very awkward for my parents sometimes. Not enough beatings, methinks. As you might know, from my username, I grew up in Russia. And like any kid, I grew up on Disney films. Except instead of buying them in the shop, they were sold in street corners on unbranded VHS tapes, usually taped over some other film. And you're lucky if it was another kid's film. My favorite was The Little Mermaid, and I would spend several hours every day watching it. But Lisa, how can you spend several hours watching it if the film is only 90 minutes long? Well... But my second favorite was The Lion King. And I'm talking the animated version, not the new live-action abomination. We'd all watch it together, and like any other family, we would assign what character each one of us would be. My dad would, of course, be Mufasa, my mom would be Sarabi, I would be Nala, and my brother would be Simba. Wait, what the f***? Anyway, moving on. What I wanted to know as a kid is who would be my favorite character, Pumba. My father suggested our rather girthy neighbor, and in all honesty, with a passion for cooking, his deep voice and jolly personality, he actually fit perfectly. It was a fun little activity for the family, quickly forgotten by everyone, but me. Next day, we were heading to school. Hi, Marina. Off to school? Yeah. Hi, Pumba. It's from Lion King, you know? The big hog, the huge one, the one that smells really bad, and he's just a giant... The next awkward situation was actually created by my little sister, who was about 4 at the time, which would make me about 15 years old. My sister was brutal as a kid, no filter at all, and very observant. So this one time, she ambushed me in the bathroom as I was shaving my legs. Lisa, are you a freak? What? Well, you have hair in your armpit, but look, girls don't grow hair there. Ooh, you have them on your legs too. Are you turning into a man? What? No! And those bumps on your face, will there be hair too? Maybe you're gonna turn into a dog. Do you think they'll still let you sleep in the house? And of course, being her confident big sister, I sat her down and explained the mysteries of growing up, and definitely didn't spend 4 hours crying. Okay, this last one doesn't really fit the theme of kids saying awkward things, but rather kids doing them. But I'm going to tell it anyway, because I think it's funny. When I was about 5, so my brother would have been 2, we went to an all-inclusive resort. It's an every child's paradise with swimming pools and slides, and every adult's paradise with open bars and restaurants right by the pool. So I got to splash around all day while my parents got to rest. Well, my dad did. My mom was with my brother. And don't worry, he's about to pay for it with his dignity. My only problem with the pool was that every time I got out, I would slip on the tiles. And you know what's worse than slipping on the tiles? Landing on the tiles. So after about 3 times, little tiny cogs started turning in my head. I needed something to hold on to. Right at that moment, my mom and dad called me over to eat at one of those poolside restaurants. My mom was carrying my brother, my dad was carrying our bags, and no one could hold my hand, so I held on to my dad's trunks from the back, like a little train cart. Choo-choo! Perfect, now I will never slip. I was on the floor. What? But my plan, what happened? Did I let go? I look at my hands, and the swimming trunks are still tightly in my grip. Well, if that's not the case, then... As I look up, I realize that the swimming trunks didn't let me down. They let my dad down. For what I was looking at was a moon so full you could hear a werewolf howling. And that was just from my perspective. From my father's perspective, well, He was the restaurant full of strangers doing the howling. Good thing he had his hands free to pull up the trunks quickly. I think seeing so many different expressions ranging from horror to hysterical laughter that day is what led me to become a cartoonist. And all it took was one dignity sacrifice. And it wasn't even mine! Ha! That's all for today. If you're a kid, go embarrass your parents. And if you're a parent, just wait until your kid hits high school. Then you can make them regret it.